Guys, okay, so are we live now? Let me check. Let me check once. Okay, so I guess we are live. Yeah. Okay, so this is just the SFS video, the live that I'm gonna do on 23rd August for the Chandrayaan 3 landing. This is just a practice live. Let's see how it goes. Okay, one has joined. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the live. Okay, so we are just gonna do the Chandrayaan 3, just the launch, and okay. Okay, so just start. Okay, now let's launch it. There you go. Oh shit. Let's just turn the endeavor to launch. I forgot to turn. And guys, you can join me on the Patreon if you have some money to waste. You can join me on Patreon. Okay, there we have the launch. Just switching to the rocket, and here we have the GSLV Mark 3 LVM. Oh, sorry, the LVM 3 M4 soaring off the pad. Here we are. This is gonna be just a 5-6 minute short video. We are pretty close to 100 subscribers. Like we are last I saw, and here we have the L110 stage ignition as the surveys are coming to an end of the life. And there you go, separation, S200 separation. So yeah, as I was saying, you can join me on the Patreon if you have some money to waste. And yeah, there we are, just showing off. And we have the L110 stage ignition, and I am gonna discuss about what happened in the Chandrayaan 2 mission. Some like FSC report, failure analysis committee reports are there out. I don't know if I will be able to explain you very good, but let's just do what I can make you to explain. We do the 3x. Just do the 3x so that it doesn't get boring. Separate the fairings. And I'm doing the live for the first time, and if something goes wrong, please leave me. I am practicing this. I am gonna do many live streams before the final live stream on on August 23. Okay, L110 stage shutdown, stage separation, and there you go. Okay, now basically the Chandrayaan tool just did like mini earthbound and moonbound maneuvers, but I am not gonna do all that. Just gonna do, because my GSLV that I had made is pretty powerful. Like SFS is not like 100% replica of real life, cause it has some flaws. Like this is GSLV LVM3. This doesn't have the capacity. The first stage doesn't have the capacity to like do that much of a long burn. But yeah, this is a game still, and I'm able to make videos with it, so it's good. I'm okay with it. Okay, we have one like, and one people is watching me. Okay, let's go. 16:05 and it's 16:09, I guess. Okay, so a little bit of delay, and there we go. You are seeing that the second stage is doing all this maneuver. It is impossible. We just separate, turn on this engine, the orbiter engine, and just give it an inclination of 100 kilometers and just MRAP there. Turn over and burn our engine. And again, this is not a great replica. Okay, we are gonna just do the failure analysis. That as much as I have learned, I mean, as I have heard from channels like Scott Manley and others, and ignore this SFS background music. Let me just cancel out and give it a certain bit of sound. The SFS noise is very annoying while doing live streams. And if you know, last night I also had done a live stream. It was just some like dumb thing, very very dumb thing, and now there we go. Separation. And here I have used two of each of these engines to for redundancy. There you go. Just deorbit the solar panel, just deorbit here, and just 300, 200, and there you go. Okay. Like I don't have installed RCS over here to limit the 10 degrees per second of, yeah. So now let's enter into the FAC. So what happened was that the first thing that you wanna learn is that the Chandrayaan 2 had some fixed computer basics, like it couldn't do turns more than 10 degrees per second of bank, which is like this, which is very slow. And something is that its inertial navigation system, while okay, so here we are at 6,000 meters, which is equivalent to 30,000 meters according to, okay. So what we are gonna do is turn off the side engines. Okay, so the thing is, as it started descending and doing the burn, remember, either the Vikram lander either had to face horizontally opposite or vertically opposite to reduce its horizontal velocity or its vertical velocity. Okay, so to reduce its horizontal velocity, it has to face the opposite direction to its velocity, while that is known as the rough braking phase, where it just brakes, like roughly braking, a large amount of braking force is applied. And this is not the Chandrayaan 3 lander that I am gonna use, because I am like BP editing it and doing some many things with the Chandrayaan 3 lander. Let's see how it goes. And yeah, okay, now as you can see is that as I am doing this burn, you can see due to moon's gravity, this vertical velocity is going up, so the rocket had to phase this direction so that it can control it. And see, yeah, you see it, you see it, this just happened to the Chandrayaan 2 lander. Although have the collisions done off, just let's just get 30 seconds, revert just 30 seconds, they get back 30 seconds. Here we are making this, so this, you can see this as the cam coasting phase, where all the engines were not fired, only the center engines was fired. You can see where this is going, like we have 100 meters per second of velocity. It had just this center engine fired and it was firing this, and suddenly we saw in the video feed that engines were turned off and the rocket was like this, and it was trying to go from this position to this, which was very rough for the lander, and it couldn't handle and need it like this. As you were able to see here, this is what just happened to the Chandrayaan 3 lander. I mean Chandrayaan 2 lander, sorry. Here, as you can see, our speed is decelerating. We are decelerating. If the Chandrayaan, at this moment, it had a little bit of more thrust that needed. The computer could have turned the engines to a little bit less power, but due to limitations to the computer program, the the computer was not allowed to control engine thrust during this rough braking phase, and while it was while it was shifting from the rough braking phase to the cam coasting phase, where it turns on all its instruments and just scans the landing area and calibrates all of the things. Okay, just a second. Where it calibrates all of its things, it hadn't much, it had to do this to reach at its targeted place where it had to land. It had to do this type of maneuvers, and during the cam coasting phase we had seen this type of maneuvers done by the rover lander. Like it was just inverted below. Let me show you. It had just inverted like this. It had done just this and inverted, and while we had the camera feed, we saw that the rocket was turning from this to this direction, and while it was turning, and it had a preset value of just 40% of the thrust from the engine, and just wait a second, and navigation system to turn the engines off. It had first turned its engines to 40% of its thrust first of all, and when the timer was off to low, so as soon as it had just with this, okay, so just go to the engines, it turned off, it started falling because the computers are now off. They does not know that now they are above the ground, they are not safely on the ground of the surface of the moon, and it just crashed on the lunar. And this is what happened to the Chandrayaan lander. Okay, so I hope, but the controversy is that Luna 25 is going to land on the moon South Pole on 22nd August. Shit. Okay guys, so that's it for today's live stream. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next live stream soon.